High in the desolate peaks of the Himalayas, where the wind cuts like a razor and the endless snow swallows every sound, a group of seasoned mountaineers made camp for the night. They would experience, prepared for the harsh realities of the world's highest mountains, but they were not prepared for the stories, the chilling tales whispered by the local Sherpas around flickering fires. Stories of a creature taller than any man, a being cloaked in white fur, with eyes that burned like frozen fire. They called it the Yeti. At first, the climbers dismissed the tales as folklore, mere superstitions to pass the long, cold nights. The biting cold was their only tangible enemy. But as the sun dipped below the jagged horizon, painting the sky in shades of bruised purple and orange, a different kind of fear began to creep in. It started with footsteps, soft, slow, and impossibly heavy, circling their camp just beyond the reach of their light. They were untraceable in the freshly fallen snow, a phantom patrol in the dead of night. The team huddled together, their breath misting in the frigid air, every nerve on edge. Their lanterns, their only defense against the oppressive darkness, began to flicker and dim without reason. Then, a sound rolled through the valleys, a deep, guttural growl that seemed to vibrate in their very bones. It wasn't the sound of a bear or a snow leopard. It was something older, something primeval. One of them, a young man named Liam, overcome by a mix of terror and disbelief, dared to unzip the tent flap and peer outside. His gasp was stolen by the wind. There, silhouetted against the moonlit ridge, stood a figure of impossible scale. It was a giant, hunched yet radiating immense power, its form blending almost perfectly with the snow-covered rocks. Its breath steamed in the freezing air, and 2 points of light, its glowing eyes, were fixed directly on their camp. It wasn't just an animal, it was watching them. Stooding team, the group froze, paralyzed by a fear so profound it felt like the mountain itself was pressing down on them. They were trapped, miles from civilization, in the hunting ground of a legend. Then, something even more terrifying happened. The snow around their camp began to shift and move unnaturally. It wasn't an avalanche, it was deliberate. It writhed and coiled, forming airy, shifting shapes as if the very mountains were alive and siding with the creature. The Yeti didn't charge, it didn't roar again. Instead, it whispered. The sound carried on the wind, a chilling combination of cracking ice and a voice that was disturbingly, eerily human. "You shouldn't be here," it hissed, the words seeming to come from all directions at once. A psychic assault that pierced their minds. It was a clear, final warning from the mountain's ancient guardian. By morning, the sun rose on a scene of silent devastation. The mountaineers were gone, their tents lay in shredded tatters, their expensive gear and supplies scattered across the snow like discarded toys. The only trace of the night's events was a single trail of massive bipedal footprints leading away from the ravaged camp, deeper into the uncharted heart of the mountains. But strangest of all, after 100 yards, the footprints simply vanished into thin air, as if the Yeti and its victims had been swallowed whole by the snow. And to this day, the Sherpas will tell you, if you dare to climb those forbidden peaks, if you find yourself alone when the sun sets and the wind begins to moan, listen closely. You might just hear it, a whisper carried on the wind, a timeless warning from the whispering snow. Leave or join the snow forever. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy stories of the strange and unexplained, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have many more mysteries to explore together.